Greetings. Welcome to the time and place that you're in. I'm in the early evening time in midwinter, actually, but I'm in a warmer climate than I usually live in. I've been on the road for a few weeks, spending time in other places very carefully, and I have not been making as many videos. And so I thought I would offer a little bit of something today that is pretty straightforward for spine and hip hygiene. I think that for as much as I wax poetic and consider liberation and the broad context of why we do metaphysical studies like yoga, a lot of times we come to the practice because our backs are tight and we want to move them, our hips feel uncomfortable, and we intuitively want to move in that way. And sometimes in yoga, we're really told not to move intuitively. And so I would really like to offer in this practice, especially if we stay in anything for a little while, it feels like it would be good to wiggle or pulse or turn things in and out. I really encourage that. It can feel really silly and a little pretentious if you're not used to moving in an expressive way like that. And I want to give you whatever kind of permission you need. If you need clinical permission, there's vast studies on why the wiggle is good. We could do aesthetic permission. That's a valid choreographic points of view for moving that way. Therapeutic contexts in the body are certainly present. But maybe the best reason is just to create a path that is your own, to sort of carve your own karmic way through this business. All right, let's get started. I'm going to head back to my mat. You're welcome to start in a seat. You could always do this up on a chair. You can modify this whole practice to sit on a chair. I encourage you to get creative, especially if going up and down is a lot for you. Remember, it's always okay to move at your own pace or to take little chunks of this practice, maybe to do the first 10 minutes again and again for a while and then add on, etc., so on. One of the gifts of this detachment of time and space, beyond that it keeps us kind of all clinically very safe, is that it gives us access to the ability to stop and start. This is an independent study form as far as I'm concerned. You're likely by yourself or maybe with a few other folks in the sound of my voice, and we're not sharing time. So I trust you to listen to your own experience and to care for yourself, to not do anything that isn't for you. And since I can't know what's going on with you as I make this video, we have to extend that sort of trust with one another. All right, and on that note, I like to begin with 3 rounds of the seed Sound of Ohm. I offer it as a secular chant acknowledging the interconnection between all things in the network of everything, and thus our power, agency, sovereignty inside of it. Often we think about the world or the universe or life, and then there's us, this other thing somewhere else observing. It's important to remember that the observer is part of the consciousness of the universe, right? The witness consciousness, that which pays attention. Purusha and Prakriti, nature, and that which illuminates nature are one. Okay, all right, let's begin. As you sit or stand, you might close your eyes or look at one spot out in front of you. Let your hands rest in some reasonable place that doesn't draw too much unneeded attention to them. To clear and prepare the energetic channel of your body, take a deep inhale in through your nose. And open your mouth to exhale each A. Inhale, prepare to Om. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose. You might already have a practice of Ujjayi Pranayama, the upward liberating breath. Breathe smooth and deep, full and long. Almost like you're singing the song that the postures dance to. Sometimes this is explained as the Krama Vinyasa, also called one breath to one action. And sometimes it's more than one action, or more than one breath. We're trying to use the physics of our breath to draw us through space. It really does kinetically move the spine, the body. even though the breath itself only enters the lungs. Good. On your next inhale, come forward to a hands and knees position. Now again, you could be in a seat instead, or you could sit your cross-legged position up and put your hands on hips or knees. You're in the hands and knees position. Stack your shoulders, your armpits over the center of your palms, so it's a little bit shorter than maybe for usual. Inhale, cow pose, lift your chin and tail. Exhale, cat pose, tuck your chin around your spine. Inhale, cow. Lift both ends by pulling long. Exhale, cat. Do a few more with your breath. Try to study the length of breathing. The sensation of the action. As you sync up to your breath. Good. The next time you're in the tabletop position, pause there. Take an inhale to curl your toes under, lift your hips and knees up and back, and exhale towards down dog. Now, I know you're close to some furniture, so you might do this kind of thing lifted up so that you have a little bit less down to the ground to go to. Stick your tail up and back. You can bend your knees and lift your heels. Hang your head. Breathe along the length of your spine. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, gaze forward. Exhale to tiptoe up to the top of your mat or space. Hang in a wide-footed forward fold. Bend your knees generously. Drape your upper body, hang your head. Release your arms to hang, and dragging your head last, roll up slowly. Keep the bend in your knees and plug your heels down. You might feel your hamstrings engage, so your spine can stay loose as you roll up. Let your head be the last thing to lift. Set it on your spine as you gaze at the horizon. And we'll stand in same standing or neutral pose, samasthitihi, to stand at equilibrium or stand at all points. These sort of things seem interesting from a sort of chemical perspective, how we use our inner ear and how we deal with physics and gravity to set ourselves in space. You might seek the feelings that allow you that balance. You may also just consider the mudra or gesture of what it is to be the every person, right? To stand in your own feet, to stand in the position of all things, to try to be at your economy, softness and ease with action and effort, balanced perfectly. The inhale and the exhale, the same, the sama, vritti of the breath. In your next inhale, flutter your eyes open. Inhale, take your arms forward, outer up. You don't have to go all the way up or all the way together, just to where it feels good. Exhale, bend your elbows like cactus arms, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana, bend your knees, sink your hips. You can bring your hands to the center. I'm doing a lot of shoulder stuff, but listen to your own intuition. Inhale your arms forward, outer up, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Some folks call it chair. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees. Exhale, fold, and step your left foot back. Long low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Sink your hips, pull your heart forward. Exhale, cat lunge. Straightening your front leg. Tuck your chin around your spine. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, Step your right foot back to meet your left and lower your knees to the mat. Take an inhale like cow pose, lift your chin and tail. Exhale, bend your elbows in and back, lower your chest and chin on or towards the mat. Inhale, cobra. Slide forward, bring the front of your hips down, press the tops of your feet down to lift your heart up. Exhale to bring your chin or forehead down. Let's do that 2 more times from your middle back. Inhale to lift your heart. Only lift your chin if your neck doesn't feel overly active. And exhale, lengthen to lower. 1 more time. Follow your own breath. Curl your toes under, plug your knees down, stick your tail out. Inhale, press up. You can exhale back to child's pose, or you can go through child's pose. Curl your toes under and head down to downward facing dog. Moving in down dog. Take a big free inhale. And exhale to step your left foot forward between your hands. You can always grab it and draw it up. Inhale, cow lunge. Dip your back hip. You can bend your knee, but maybe it doesn't touch the ground just yet. Exhale. Cat lunge, straightening your left leg around your spine. Tuck your chin perhaps. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Again, follow your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, low lunge, look forward. Exhale, step up. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and bend your knees for Utkatasana, fierce pose. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms to back bend. Try to draw your shoulders down away from your earlobes. Inhale, stand up, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up, pose, reach up. Exhale, Samasthitihi, neutral standing. Good. Inhale, take your arms out or up. Exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step your right foot back. All 10 toes face forward, high on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, high lunge, crescent lunge. Now you can climb up. I'm right next to a wall, so sometimes it's nice to lean to the wall if you find that balance is the trick in this kind of pose. You might consider sending your right hip forward as you lift your right heel high. Settle into your left heel. You might anchor your tail by drawing your low abdominal muscles back. I'm actively back bending on purpose. You might reach up and back. Inhale. Exhale your hands down. Step your left foot back and lower your knees to the mat. Inhale. Lift your chin and tail. Exhale, chest and chin towards the earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, bring your upper body down and curl your toes. Inhale through plank on the knees. Exhale towards child's pose on your way to downward dog. Breathe in and out through your nose. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Wrap it and scooch it up as you need to. All 10 toes face forward, and also you might notice if there's more weight in the pinky edge of your back foot that you're rolling out or in, etc. Try to balance that. Remember, your big toe dominates. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to settle. And again, adjust your pose, but try not to get overly manicured with it. Still want there to be enough mess and room inside of it that you can have serendipity, etc. When in doubt, go back to the sensation of the parts of your feet that are touching the ground. The breath coming in and out. Use an exhale to bring your hands down. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fierce pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, your arms out or up. Exhale, cactus arm, backward bend. Pull your shoulder blades down. Inhale, stand up, Urdhva. Anchor your tail as you reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Take a big free inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, cactus your arms. Lean to the right. Side body bend. Try to keep openness in your elbows, palms, front collarbones. Inhale, back through center, arms up. Exhale, cactus arm, backward bend action. Tilt to the left, side bend by lifting your right ribs up. Keep dropping your right hip, heel down. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hinge your right foot and inhale your left leg high, standing L. Ekapada Uttanasana, one-footed forward fold. Exhale, bend your right knee and step your left foot way back. Left hand down on the earth or up on a block. Inhale, twist to the right. And also bring your left hand up to your right knee or bring your back knee down. Exhale, two hands down. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, lower halfway. Inhale, upward dog, pull your heart through your arms, kick the tops of your feet down, knees lifting. Downward facing dog pose, Ujjayi Pranayama. Exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. Place your right hand down and inhale, left arm up. Exhale, two hands down. You might step your back foot in and up a little. Inhale, standing L or split, take off. Kick your right leg up. Your left knee might be quite bent to make space and stability. Really bend both knees if you like. Exhale your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, fierce pose. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left arm forward, your right arm back. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Try to keep your hips relatively front facing. Inhale through center. Stand all the way up. Urdhva. Exhale. Samasthiti. Take a big free inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, twist to the right. You could do the open twist we just did, or bring your hands through heart center. And try to bring your elbow, your armpit around your right knee. That's the left elbow. And drop your hips back and down. Twist. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left of whatever version you're doing. And there are no better versions, just different access points. Inhale back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step onto your left foot. Inhale your right foot up and back, standing Elder split. Exhale, bend your left knee, step your right foot way back. Spin your heel down. Inhale, side angle. Pick your torso up to let your left hand hang outside your left leg. You could take your inhale to bring your right arm up or over. Like warrior two, inhale, stand up. Straighten your left leg and exhale, reverse your feet, I know. Over to the right, bend your right knee. Tilt over your right leg. Inhale your left arm up or over. Exhale, two hands down to him your right foot. Spin your left heel up. Inhale, one foot a dog. Take your right leg up and back. Exhale, scorpion dog. Open your hip, bend your knee. Reminder, this can be done from a hands and knees position as well. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand. Lizard lunge. I'm going to turn a little to face you so my shoulder is on the inside of my knee. Sometimes it can be helpful to shorten the distance between your front heel and your back knee. Stay on your hands, hug the knee to the shoulder. You can come down and around behind your foot, curling your shoulder behind your knee. You might come to your forearms, hang your head, tuck your head behind your leg. Some folks will prefer the lifted version, the back toes curled and the back knee up. Good, exhale to climb up out of there. Walk your hands over. Keep it low if you can as you turn through your hips. The other side of this Priestasana. Drop your back knee down, sometimes called a lizard or dragon. And things are often different from side to side, so you don't necessarily need to do the same thing you did on the opposite side, but it's considered, right? What will give you balance? Good, and climb up out of there. The next few breaths. If your left foot is wide, walk it to the center. Frame it with your arms. Curl your back toes under and lift your back knee up. Inhale, standing Eller split, kick the sky. Exhale, 2 feet down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, sweep your right elbow under your left for eagle arms. You might grab for your shoulders and walk your hands towards the back of your heart. Rest the back of your palms together, grab for your top thumb or interweave your fingers. Some of you might make a prayer position with your hands. And come forward if you like to to make this happen, use your hamstrings as you sink your hips low to lift your heart up. You might pull your elbows forward, out, or up. Exhale, release your arms as you forward fold down. Hang your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, whichever arm you didn't put on top last time. Usually it's pretty obvious. Sink your hips down. Lift your heart up. This time, inhale, stand up. And exhale, unwind your arms. Find neutral. Inhale your arms up. Urdhva. Exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Utkatasana. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to bring your hands to heart center. I'm just trying to face you for visibility. Shift the weight into your right foot. Pick your left foot up just a little bit. Shift the weight back into your left foot. Inhale, breathing. Pick your right foot up just half an inch off the ground. Keep it low. Breathe. Good. Put your foot down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, weight in your right foot. Inhale, standing L, kick your left foot high. Exhale, step your left foot way back. Now you can drop the knee down. We're going to revolve our side angle. You take your left elbow outside your right knee, maybe your armpit there. You press your palms together to twist. Some of you might want to lift your back knee up or spin your back heel down. Or take the arms to a classic variation. Breathe. Press into your feet. Reach with your top arm. Inhale to stand up. Now you might be in a low lunge or a high lunge or in this warrior one shape, but inhale to take your arms up. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Tilt your body forward. Try to stay low in your front heel and knee. Airplane wing style. Pinkies in, thumbs out, palms down. Like you're pressing the air, gathering it. Inhale, press your arms forward and up. Strong back leg as you lift up. Exhale to tilt. Sweep your arms back. Inhale to reach up. This time exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Straighten your right leg and reverse your feet. Spin it around. Now again, you might drop your back knee down. Inhale your right arm up. Go around the outside edge. Take it stage by stage. We're using a lot of compression in these postures to move our bones through space. Slowly press into your feet, unwind to rise up. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to press them back as you tilt forward. Spin your biceps forward and out. Puff out your chest, draw your navel back. Inhale, sweep. Rise, maybe go back if it feels good for you. Exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, sweep up and back. Exhale to tilt. And inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your hands to the earth. Let's step back. Plank pose. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Or an alternative. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, scorpion the dog. Open your hip, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee down. This time a long lunge. If it feels good, you can always pad your back knee. Climb up your left leg and inhale your right arm up. Exhale, side body bend over to the left. Do what you will with your neck, but try to be kind. Sometimes hanging it towards traction, taking the top arm away to the right feels good. Inhale to draw up through center. Take both arms up. Exhale, your hands down to frame your front foot. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. Inhale, rise to high lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Straighten your left leg and reverse your feet around. Let's go all the way to the opposite side. Inhale your arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale your hands down, your back knee down. Find stability. Climb up your right leg, Let your left hip sink forward and down. Inhale to take your left arm up. And exhale by exhale, breath by breath, side body bend over to the right. Inhale up through center, take both arms up. And exhale, release, two hands down. To frame your right foot, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee up. Inhale, standing L or split, kick the sky. Exhale, 2 feet down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, fierce pose. Exhale, cactus the arms to backward bend. Inhale, stand up, reach all the way up. Exhale to neutral. All right, we're going to do some transitions with some balancing work. So again, take your time, use chairs and walls and things, straps if you like, but remember to work it a way that allows you to continue to practice kindness. Take an inhale, exhale to bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms up. Exhale, transition your weight into your right foot. Tilt your chest forward. Begin to bend your left knee. So your heel will come towards your glute. Then you can extend the leg back into Badakanasana, airplane. Take a big free inhale. Exhale, standing L or split. Inhale to reach your left leg up. Exhale, bend your right knee and step your left foot way back. And drop your back knee down. Inhale to straighten your front leg, half split. Flex your ankle. Now a lot of us kind of turn from side to side, or maybe need to go a little more forward or back in your stance because of how long or short your legs happen to be. Keep your right leg active. That's why we flex the ankle so the quad is intact. Kick forward and down with your right heel. Stay here or curl your back toes under. You'll bend your knees a bit to do this. And find two heels on the ground, so you might spin your back heel in. For pyramid pose or side stretch, Parvatanasana, inhale and roll your heart, and exhale, fold over your right leg. You might give your leg a hug. Hang your head and neck. Inhale and roll your heart. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your right foot. Inhale, standing L. Kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunging. Inhale to unroll your heart like a cow lunge. And you're going to exhale your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Walk your hands over into a wide-footed fold. I'm going to just turn around for the sake of politeness. But you'll end up in a wide-footed fold facing away. Plant your hands on the earth or props under your shoulders. Inhale and roll your heart, and exhale, fold and breathe by bending your elbows. Good. Inhale and roll your heart. Halfway lift style. And exhale, walk your hands over to your left foot and turn. I'm going to go ahead and just switch it up so that I end up in the same orientation as you. Inhale like cow lunge. Exhale to straighten your front leg. Inhale like cow lunge. Bend your knee. Take off. Kick your right leg to the sky. Exhale to step your right foot down and back where it needs to be for that pyramid, that side stretching. Inhale and roll your heart. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Maybe give your leg a hug. Release any grip in the arms. Inhale and roll the heart. Exhale, bend your left knee to stand onto it. Inhale to kick the sky with your right leg. In your exhale, soften your left knee and inhale, unroll like a halfway lift. We're going to try to find our way up to the Badakanasana. Direction, airplane, weather vane pose. Turn your palms and biceps forward from your shoulders. Exhale to bend your left knee and slowly bring your right knee under your pelvis and through. Into Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, stand up. Exhale. Samastitihi. Take an inhale through your nose, Ujjayi Pranayama. Exhale through your nose. All right, stand on your left foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your both knees. As you bend your right knee, try to grab a hold of your foot with your hand from the outside edge. You might hold it with your thumb pointing forward, and that's just fine. You can do this whole business that way. You could also flip your hand around if it feels reasonable. And hold the inside of your foot with your thumb pointing back. If it's available to straighten your left leg, once you have your grip, do. Inhale to reach your left arm up. And exhale to kick into your right hand, the bow pulling pose. Now you might stay quite upright and just focus on kicking your leg back and up. You might be in a tilt forward. Maybe there's a wall you can press your left hand into. And head to standing L or split, so think about it. You might slowly release your right leg and find Badakanasana. And then exhale to come on down. I'm usually just walking down the wall here with my hands. Inhale to reach your right leg high. Exhale to bend your left knee and step your right foot all the way back. This long, low, lunging place. Let's drop your back knee down. You're going to inhale to straighten through your left leg. Half split, half Hanuman. Fold over it. Bend into your left knee and your left arm to the inside of your left foot. And you're going to pick your back knee up, curl your back toes under, and walk your way over into a wide-footed fold. I'm going to just turn around. And once you're there, you might take your peace sign fingers around your big toes. Inhale to unroll your heart, and exhale, fold and breathe. Pull by bending your elbows out. Strong legs. Knees can totally be bent. Really press your feet down to spin your tail up. Good. Inhale to unroll. And exhale to walk your way over to your right foot. Inhale like cow lunge. Exhale like cat lunge. And bend into your right knee. Inhale, standing L or split. Kick the sky. Exhale. Inhale to unroll like a halfway lift. Exhale to bend your knee. Now this is tricky. We're going to try to reach for the left foot with the left hand from this position. So you might reach up and grab your foot from behind. Maybe it's the same grip. You might find that a wall or a prop holding on with your right hand, being a little more lifted, gives you more space. Don't worry if it's not super graceful. Begin to kick into your left hand with your left leg once you do have a grip. You might kick to stand up. Come all the way up. Release your left leg, swim your right arm back and find neutral. All right, inhale your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step or float. Inhale, upward dog. Pull your heart through your arms, kick your legs down. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale out into a plank. Now, if there's a lot in the shoulders, you might do this on the forearms instead. Some people like to do it on fists for wrist issues. You can also do it from the knees. You're drawing your navel back with every exhale. And remember that strength is something you're channeling. It's happening through you, not to you, as it were. Exhale your knees to the mat. Walk your hands back a little under your shoulders. Inhale to take your left arm up. Exhale to thread the needle underneath and behind your right wrist. You're twisting your torso towards the right. You might come down to your shoulder, ear, or jaw. There's a variety of things you can do with your opposite hand. Remember, you can be more rolled down to face the earth, or more twisted open. Both have their own benefits. Good. Plant your right hand down if you moved it. Inhale, take your left arm up. And exhale. And tabletop. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left, go the other way. Return your left hand if you moved it towards the earth. Inhale your right arm up. And exhale. Two hands down. Inhale, cow pose, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale out into a plank. Exhale, side plank, left hand or arm as the base. Roll to the outside edge. Here I'll show the forearm version on these side planks. Remember, you can always choose knee down instead. Try not to over-perfect or tense the pose. Exhale to come through center and switch sides. You're welcome to any variations. If you love lifting a leg or doing crunches or, stabilizing or something like that, feel free. Good. Exhale back to center. Inhale to shift forward. And exhale to lower all the way down. Take your arms out like a T, palms down. Bring your chin or forehead to the earth. Exhale. Press your legs down. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows like cactus arms. Try to pull your shoulder blades down. Inhale your arms forward. Exhale, cactus arms. Work to keep your feet on the ground. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay. Lift just your right leg. Try to keep it straight. Press your left leg down. Right leg down. Inhale, both arms forward. Exhale, cactus the arms. Supra Uddiyana and Mula Bandha. Inhale to lift your left leg. That means contract the floor of your pelvis and your low belly. Keep breathing. Both feet down. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, cactus the arms. Try to lift both legs. You might swim your legs. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale. Bring the whole thing down. Bend your right knee to sleeping infant. Slide it out and up. You might turn your gaze to the right or left. Some folks will bend the back knee, not a quad stretch. release your right leg back. Take your right arm out long, palm down and roll to the right. You can use your left arm to stabilize. And my hand is way up by my ear, but your arm might be closer to your hip. There's a tendency to want to flip it. It's okay to do it that way. I suggest practicing with both. And exhale to roll back onto the front seam of your body. And bend your left knee out to the left for sleeping infant on that side. And again, if you took variations from side to side, you might take them again here. And slowly slide your left leg back. And take your left arm out long with the palm down. Roll to the left side of the body. And do this armpit cuff stretch on the opposite side. And when you're ready, use your right hand to support you as you roll back onto your front seam. We'll come to hands and knees. And do 10 cow-cats. Now you're welcome to do these with your knees down or with your toes curled under and your knees lifted, as I'll demonstrate. Follow your breath, inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. If you are hovering your knees, do your best to keep them relatively low as you go. Notice if your weight rocks forward or back. Try to distribute it evenly. And slowly lower your knees, inhale cow pose, cross your ankles, and exhale. Slowly sit down behind. Take your legs out long in the front. Pull the flesh back out from underneath you. Grab for your feet. Inhale and roll, and exhale, fold. Hashimotonasana. Inhale and roll your heart. Exhale, bend your right knee, slide it back. You might be able to keep your grip around your big toe as you turn to the right. And exhale, press it forward to the other side. Bend your left knee, let it go outside your elbow and shoulder as you pull it back. And exhale. One more time on each side. And then maybe you can kind of walk both of them in. Bring the soles of your feet together for Badakanasana. Inhale to lift your heart. And exhale to fold. You might round your spine or extend it. You might hang passively or reach actively. Inhale to roll up. Do a couple little kriyas. You're welcome to sit cross-legged. I'm going to roll over and sit my hips on my heels. Maybe even sit my hips between my heels because that's cozy for me, but it's not for everybody. So you could sit up on something if you wish. A lot of this is going to be about taking your front ribs and sort of sassing them out as much as you can, which is why it's good to be up on something, because sometimes if we're sitting on the ground, sort of leaning back. So you can even go to a chair. Take your arms out, your palms up, bend your elbows, and bring your fingertips to your shoulders. See if you can do this and still keep openness, broadness in the front of your body. Inhale to twist to the right from your rib cage, and exhale to the left through your nose. Inhale right, exhale left. It doesn't have to be super fast. Try to keep your head and neck loose, but stable enough that the twist is in the center of your body. You can speed it up if it feels good. You haven't yet sped up and it feels like you might. This is a good time too, about halfway through. Next time you inhale, take your arms out and up. Bring the palms close or touch them to meet. And exhale. Bring your arms down. And inhale, take your arms up. Now you can do this exhale with cactus arm back bend. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, tilt forward. So trying to keep this in the shoulders, the upper back. You might do it with your arms straight up and shoulder distance. You might take your hands together, interweave your fingers, and release your index fingers. Inhale, lift your heart, and exhale to round. Try not to lead with your chin, lead with your sternum, your chest bone. And breathe like you mean it. At any point it feels like too much to have your arms up, and your elbows, bring your hands to the top of your head. Always feel free to pause. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale your arms up. Maybe your thumbs touch, palms forward. Draw your navel back, lift the floor of your pelvis up, tuck your chin slightly down. And exhale to release. Bring your legs out long in front of you. Sit up nice and tall, take an inhale. And your exhale slowly as you can, tuck your tail and roll down onto your back. And do one backward bend here. And then I'm going to show legs up the wall as a resting choice. You're always welcome to rest on your back or on your side or on your belly on the earth, or take a seat instead. For the bridge or Sarvangasana, bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the earth, press your low back down, and inhale, lift your hips up. You might keep your head on straight even though I looked over at you. You could interweave your fingers underneath you if you like. You're welcome to hold your hips in your hands if that's for you, or to stack props underneath your hips. Try to bear the weight of your body down through your shoulders instead of your neck or your head. You could always take this, practice it, choose to take camel pose instead. And slowly unlock your fingers when you're ready and try to roll your spine down. You might drop your knees from side to side in some twisting. You could always stay on one side or the other a little bit. Sometimes the wiggle's all we need. If you have other finishing postures, please feel free to take them or do them. Otherwise, if you're going to take your legs up the wall, you might choose to utilize a prop, like a pillow or a bolster or a block, to put up against the wall underneath your hips. This just changes the gradient a little bit of the incline on our hamstrings. Lets the lower back curve, which is often good for us. So you can give that a go. I come in from the side. I've turned sideways. My right hip and outer thigh are against the wall. My butt is already up on this pillow. Then I'm going to turn to bring my legs up, my body down. I press my legs into the wall. Bend your knees. Put your feet up against the wall. You could draw the soles of your feet together, butterfly. You take your legs wide. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Wherever you are, though, know that blood is pooling. It's coming down towards your brain, your heart, which slows down your sort of instinctive nervous system responses. You have some nerves in your throat and chest that help you figure out how much blood you need to pump to your brain or tell you to slow down when things are calm and you don't need to work so hard or when your body is level. And in this sort of inverted position, your heartbeat starts to slow down, but you also might feel tingling in your toes, etc., need to change or come out, and that's okay. Find a place for your hands. If this isn't your resting place, feel free to be elsewhere. Otherwise, we'll take a few minutes to let ourselves have a deep rest. It can be difficult to turn down the radio, as it were. We often turn up and have to sort of take our needs and our well-being and put it down the priority list to survive. And while that might help us survive in the short term, we need to find ways to reincorporate our ability to be vulnerable and soft and rest. Otherwise, what was this surviving for? When it's time to come up and out, I'll call you up and out. Until then, let your breath be free and easy. You might close your eyes. Let go of any Ujjayi breath, and your breath be neutral, natural. Let it return to its involuntary sense. When all else fails, if you become distracted or pulled out, come back to paying attention to your breath as it rises and falls. I'll chant to bring you out. Until then, pay attention to how things actually are. Hmm. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Munaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadi Tamastu Mavet Vashavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If you're lying in rest or sitting in meditation, perhaps that sense of deep rest is feeling good and you wish to remain. Please do as long as you'd like. You could do the whole ritual of ending or closing just in the eye or room of your mind instead. Otherwise, you might go to your breath and ask it to gently deepen enough to bring you back towards that gentle engine of your body, coming back towards wakeful experience, but slow enough not to disrupt or disturb any peace you've accrued along the way. You might take small movements when you're ready, like wiggling your fingers or your toes or running your tongue over your mouth, scrunching and spreading your face. If you're on your back or laying with your legs up the wall, please take the time to gather your knees into your chest and roll off onto one side very slowly. Rest on your side for a few breaths at least, with your neck soft and your head heavy, before gently pressing up to a seat to close out. Take the time to practice perspective. Sometimes I call it cosmic perspective, but really just remembering that, the universe had to exist for you to do this yoga practice. Right? Every ancestor had to exist, right? Every conflict of the past, every bit of knowledge that our species gained, all these things had to exist along the way in the past, all the things that exist in the present, all of the hopes for the future. These things are pertinent for you to do this practice, right? The silly small things like, the milk that you buy, and the big things like who supports you and what you believe, right? All of these things are part of the work. So having that perspective of interconnection, knowing that you are part of this and that it takes effort, that you're going against the stream of how things are, to practice peace, to practice radical kindness. Remember that kindness, I think, is always needed, right? Regardless of how perfect we are at distributing it, etc. And that often we can always turn it upon ourselves first if we're not sure what to do with it. All right, thank you for practicing with me. If you wish, you could fold your hands in Anjali Mudra, the prayer position, the symbol of connection between things that seem opposite and disparate, like right and left, sun and moon, beginning and end. You and all the things you perceive of as not you have a meeting place on the field of everything where they become one. Thank you for your time, your energy, your effort. If you wish, you can bring your thumbs towards the center of your forehead. Bow to the work that you've done yourself. Bow to the seekers who came before. Thank you again. The chant that I chanted as a classical closing chant comes from the south of India, Mysore, and the lineage of Krishnamacharya. I've learned it from a couple of different teachers, both who came from sort of different lineages in that area. The overarching meaning is about learning together in community or with a teacher. It means maybe together be protected, maybe together know ease and joy. May our work towards the liberation of all be brilliant and illuminated. May our work seek to support the freedom and the liberation and compassion for all beings everywhere inside of this context of universality, non-dualism, and peace. All right. Again, my name is Alyssa. I use they, them pronouns. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. There's usually information about how to get in contact with me. Please let me know if you're looking for something specific, or if you just need to let me know about something that I may not be awake to yet. I'm here to hear you. Otherwise, I hope the sun shines on your face and that we get to see each other again soon. Thank you.